Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm H, and this is Guap VT, a spin on Money TV, where the mission is to inspire you to own the keys to the bank. In this episode, can we talk about 5 signs you're going to see when God is about to move you into your purpose before you are ready? In July of 2023, I accepted Jesus Christ as my personal Lord and Savior. That happened before I was ready. I remember the day like it was just yesterday. The pastor called, he made the call for someone to or anyone to step up. And I sat in my seat. I was nervous, but there was a spirit welling up in me, and I could feel it. And there was a voice that I heard that said, "It's now or never." And I got up, I answered the call, and my life has changed since then. It wasn't bad before then, but I can feel a significant shift. And you're going to feel a significant shift as well when these 5 things happen. The first thing that will happen, or one of the things that will happen, is there will be a vice that you have been carrying. Maybe it's a generational curse that is passed on from one generation to the next. That vice is going to fall off of you. You will not have to struggle. You will not have to plan. You will not have to fight. It's going to fall off of you. In my case, it was adult content. I'd watched it for over 35 years. And it was in June of 2023 that I accepted Jesus Christ as my personal Lord and Savior. I got saved. In July of 2023, that vice fell off of me. I didn't plan it. Before I had planned it, I had tried to do it myself. It didn't work. It always came back. So, one of the things that's going to happen is something that you've been struggling with is going to fall off of you, and it's never going to return, because what God does, when he does something, he removes it from you, it doesn't come back. So just be ready. There's going to be something that you're going to let go of, because it cannot go with you to the next level. So you have to let it go. And again, you won't have to fight to let it go. Another sign that you're going to see is you may begin to wake up early, but it will not be a restless wake up where, you know how you wake up in the middle of the night, 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock in the morning, and you fight or struggle to try to get back to sleep. Maybe you have to get up and go to work in an hour or two. Well, it's not going to feel like that. You're going to begin to get vision. You're going to begin to, there will be a revelation you're going to get. You're going to feel invigorated and excited about it. There's going to be this energy that you'll have that you've never had before. So, those early morning wake ups will be a good thing, not a negative thing. They'll be a good thing. And then when you begin your day, you can take those visions with you. You can begin to plan and make moves and take actions that are inspired by these early morning wake ups. But it's going to happen. But you will not feel tired or drained or depleted. You're going to feel inspired. So that's another thing. It's going to be those early morning wake ups. The next thing is relationships that you've had, either that elevate you. They're going to elevate you even more. But there will be relationships that you've had where they've held you back. Those relationships are going to end. So be prepared. It may even be relationships that you're in with people that you're dating, and that person, maybe they're not supportive. They're not going to where you're going, and that relationship is going to end. And there's going to be some heartbreak. There's going to be some heartache because of that relationship ending. But in the long term, you're going to see that it could not continue to go on for you to be able to go to the places where you're going. Another sign you're going to see is with your job, the work that you do. If you enjoy the job, there's going to be increases. There will be promotions. But if you don't enjoy that job, you're going to move either by your own volition, where you resign, because if you don't, it's going to weigh on your spirit, because you're in a place that you no longer can thrive and be your best self. Or maybe something is going to happen where you don't have to be doing anything wrong, but you get terminated from that job. You're going to think at first, well, I'm terminated from this job. What am I going to do? I have bills to pay. But you won't even miss a beat, because the people who terminated you from that job, they didn't really do it under their own accord. You were being moved for a reason. So just be prepared for that. So I want to encourage you to begin, if you're not a saver, begin to store some money up, save, so when that time comes, you have a cushion in place. because it could happen if that place is not a place for you and that your gift is not allowing you to use it to the fullest extent. The next thing is you're going to become more in tune with spirit, where things such as these, the videos that you come across, is going to speak to you, giving you confirmation that there's a shift happening in your life. You're going to begin to see more signs and um, have more revelation that you've never had before when God is about to move you before you were ready. Um, just be prepared for it because it's going to happen more and more. You're going to see these signs. Um, so I've touched on vices that are going to fall off. You're going to wake up early. Relationships are going to change. Impacts to your job, and also you're going to become more in tune with the spirit and how it's moving you. So, if you're beginning to see some of these things, just continue to prepare yourself because there is not going to stop. We like to move when it's comfortable, but the best movements that we make is when it's uncomfortable because that's when you are really operating using the gifts and the talents that God has used, that God has placed in you, and the experiences of life that have felt like pressure and you haven't always welcomed them. Well, they were all for a reason. So, but with that, I'm going to say if anything in this video has touched your spirit, please like, share, comment, and subscribe. And also, um, just prepare yourself. Again, I cannot stress that even more. But with that, I'm going to close this video with another message to remind you to own your mind, own your money, and own the keys to the bank.